What is up, YouTube? Just hopped off the treadmill, and I'm finally going to record this video that I've been thinking about making for a while. First YouTube video. Even if nobody sees this, just to kind of get, all my thoughts together. But as you can probably guess from the title, this video is about AI. And let me just blow this up. But for context, I'm a first year university student in Canada. And I'm in this internship program where, Shopify for 4 years, they'll pay for my school and they'll give me a salary, and I work for them like 20 hours a week. So, I'm pretty busy and I'm around code a lot. And like everyone else in the CS fucking whole industry, my biggest fear, my biggest problem right now has to do with AI. And, on the internet, a lot of people, like all these tech CEOs, these LinkedIn guys, whatever, like they're talking about how AI is going to replace all developers, like fire all of your coders, lay them all off. And I'm not too worried about that because like I think that's a little bit delusional. Like not every single CEO is just suddenly going to be able to prompt their whole like thing. Like developer skills are still needed. But there's a growing sentiment from like even technical people in the industry. Like you see even these guys on YouTube, like the Primogen, like they have started coding because or using AI because rather than replace, it's supposed to augment you as a developer. Like you're supposed to become you're going to be a 10x, 100x, 1000x engineer. And this is a really big sentiment at Shopify too. Like this idea that, we still need developers, but you're not going to be writing code anymore. You're going to be prompting the LLM and it's going to write all the code for you. You don't have to look at the code, right? You're straight in the Claude Code CLI or like something like that. You don't even use cursor anymore. Screw the autocomplete. Now you're just going to be prompting an AI and it's going to write the code and you are using your developer skills. You're going to come up with the prompts. You're going to become a prompt engineer. And this is especially a big thing at Shopify. It's a very AI first company. And so, AI is expected. They give us infinite tokens. They give us access to all of the highest models. And, there's this idea that you have to use AI in order to keep up because, right, we need to be better all the time. And in CS, there's such a sentiment like hustle culture, right? If you can get a 1% edge on someone else on another company, that's where you beat them, right? You just need to work harder, work longer, like all this burnout kind of stuff. But now it's with AI, where instead of making developers work longer and burn them out, everyone's just gonna prompt. We're gonna just be 1,000 times better than we are right now. And fuck, like, what if I don't want to prompt AI? Like, what if I actually like writing code? I started coding in grade 10 for some context, and obviously I wasn't the best coder. I was making my swiftui apps in Xcode because I just wanted to, I wanted to make a Wordle clone that you could play an infinite amount of times, and then I like made it, and it just kind of spiraled out from there. But I was writing code by hand. Every time I would have to like figure out something, I would look up the documentation. I would watch a YouTube tutorial to figure something out. Even if it had like 100 views, like I would grind it out. But now, with this infinite tokens that I have and this expectation that you need to, push commits or whatever, like you need to produce and you need to produce quickly. It feels like I have to use the AI in order to keep up. Like I'm no senior developer. Like I enjoy coding and I think I have a pretty natural knack for it, but I'm not the greatest of all time. Like you see these guys on the internet, like Coding Jesus or whatever, say that like if you just have to be good enough and you'll be better than the AI. But fuck, dude, like they're pretty good. Like these LLMs are pretty good at least web dev, especially like, which is what Shopify is in. And so I prompt, like I cave in and I prompt and when I'm using these tokens, like every time I run into an error, whether I'm hand coding or I'm prompting, I just straight up copy paste the error message, feed it into Claude. What's wrong? Fix it. And this is so sad for me. Like I feel like the part of computer science that I enjoy is the using your brain and solving problems. And when I'm just copy pasting the error message into the AI, just getting it to do it for me, it breaks my soul. Like it cuts a deep part of me, that deep childhood like need to learn. Like I feel like I'm losing out on that. Even if it would have taken me longer to solve the error, even like I would rather do it myself, but I feel like I can't. I feel like it's unproductive to do that. Like obviously I care about efficiency and it feels like just if the AI is better than me, why not let it do it? But it hurts. And sometimes it's not even better. You know, sometimes you paste the error into Claude and it just gets it wrong. And it feels almost like a slot machine where every time you paste the error, it might get it right. And then, no, it got it wrong. You get another different error. So you paste in that error and, oh, hopefully it gets it right this time. And it's just every time you press that, it's like a slot machine. Like, I gamble often enough. Like, I like to count cards at the casino, and I see how people can get kind of like trapped in the slot machine spin. Like, it's like that meme, like where it's like the miner guy and it's like, and he turns around and then the other one's like getting towards the diamonds. And it feels the same way with an LLM. Like, one more press and it'll fix it. One more press and it'll code your whole React app and make sure your Firebase is secure, right? And I don't know. It hurts me and it feels wrong and it feels addicting. Like, even for my school projects, if I'm trying to write code by myself and do it all properly, like how it should be done, because I can meet these deadlines. Like, I'm not a scrub. Like, I know how to code. If I ever run into an error, I ever get like a fucking seg fault or something like that, it just feels like the AI is almost calling me, like even just copy pasting it into ChatGPT or something like that, rather than using this Claude code to fill out the whole thing. It's a get out of jail free card, and it's not what I want to do with my life. Like, I want to write code, I want to figure shit out, and I feel like if I want to do that, it's gonna have to just be a hobby. Like, I'm not going to be fulfilled by prompting an AI all the time. And I really don't know what to pivot to. Like, yeah, we're getting into Balatro terms. But I actually like writing code and I like solving problems. And I know there's a lot of people who got into computer science because, for the money, or for like they just like tech or things like that, or they want to make apps. And, I got into it because I want to make apps. But I feel like I really fell in love with solving problems. And there's that certain feeling of just, you think of something, you think of a way to do something, and you translate it into a way that the machine can understand, and it produces something. Well, I guess it's not real, but it feels like real. Like, you make that. Like, when I finally made that Wordle app, the amount of like dopamine and how, like, I was so proud of that. But now if I try and build out an app or something like that, along the way, like, eventually I'll use AI because, that trap, like that addiction. And it just doesn't feel, I don't feel that emotional connection with the app anymore. I don't feel like I did something impressive, or I don't feel proud of myself. Like, right now, if I made a fucking basic Wordle clone, like, I would probably feel more proud of myself than anything I do at work or anything that I do for school. And my last point here is kind of like, like, I miss the old Kanye. Like, I really truly miss coding as it used to be. And maybe, for some people they can still code without AI, but I kind of feel trapped in this addiction, whether it's because, like, on my profile at work, right, it says how many tokens I'm using, it says how much of my code is written by AI, and they want that number up. And it's hard, dude. It's really hard. And I'm gonna try and code without AI. I just bought a microcontroller to try and build my own robot. I'm gonna try and make a pan tilt turret, but I'm no electrical engineer. Like, I don't really know where to start. But maybe that'll be a kind of able to scratch my problem solving itch. But I don't know if coding is going to be it. And maybe if anyone's watching this and you've stuck to the end, maybe you have some kind of hope core that you can put in the comments, that, or some other niche that I can look into. But fuck, dude, might not be coding for me. But at least we are getting jacked for summer. We're getting lean off the Canada Dry Zeros. But thank you guys for watching, if you are, and I appreciate you.